morning, YouTubers. We're going to have an excellent day today. Today I'm making a couple of recipes, but first I need to put some dishes away and then we're going to get started. My in the kitchen with David coffee mug. Can't go without my daily morning cup of coffee, which I had this morning. Alright, and pumpkin chocolate chip bread, because my grandson really loves those. Maybe what we'll do is we'll make a pumpkin coffee cake instead. So, let me find the pumpkin chocolate chip. There it is. Pumpkin chocolate chip, and then we'll do the pumpkin bread, and then we will do Paula Deen's banana bread. So, and then what we're going to do is we're going to convert it to, I want to convert it to sugar-free and gluten-free. So, I purchased organic coconut flour, which we're going to try. And I got some Splenda. Now, I had bought some Splenda before, but I had purchased, for anybody who is a diabetic, be careful using the Splenda sugar blend because it is part sugar, part Splenda. And according to this, total sugars is 4 grams, plus 4 grams of added sugar. So anybody who is a diabetic, this will send your sugar up. So be careful what you use. Pay attention to the ingredients and how much sugar is in it and added sugar. Alright. So we're going to get started with Alex's pumpkin chocolate chip bread. The only thing that is going to have sugar in it are the chocolate chips for him. Hi, daughter.
Not to interrupt, but your granddaughter, Isabella, this is what she decided to do. She has the baggie of cereal. Because you know I feed them Cheerios or something in the morning little.
Yeah.
And she decided to take a handful, stuff them in her mouth, and Dad's like, slow down. And she looks at him like this with a Cheerio hanging in her mouth. He's like, you don't have to be such a piggy. And her eyes looked at him all sad like, how are you going to call me fat?
Oh my goodness. Kids are a trip these days, aren't they?
I was like, you hurt her whole entire soul.
Right?
She looked at you like, how dare you?
Exactly. Alright, so we're going to get started on the pumpkin chocolate chip bread.
Just hope Alex doesn't come in here and shoot you with a Nerf bullet in the butt while you're recording.
Does he have pants on?
Yes.
Shorts. That's right.
Yeah,
She
shorts
put
on.
shorts on this morning.
His shirt's just too long because he's short like Mama.
That's alright.
He'll grow. I hope. Caden's almost taller than me. I don't like that. How's my 4th grader going to be taller than me? It's not okay.
Just about everybody's taller than you.
And on that note, I'm going back to my room.
Okay. Love you too. Never a dull moment in this house. Never a dull moment. But I wanted to say, welcome to Nana's Kitchen. And there's going to be a lot of diabetic cooking. We have diabetes that runs on my side of the family and my daughter's boyfriend's side of the family. And he just recently became a diabetic. And he has a major sweet tooth. Major. When we cook, no such thing as leftovers. No such thing. Let me take these off my head. That boy can put away some food. So, let's get started. A friend of mine and my daughter's, her name is Pebbles, and she has chickens, and she gave me some fresh eggs. So we're going to use those in our recipe. But I need to take them and wash them. And I thought I had a container that I could put them in, but I can actually put them, wash them, and put them in this. So it says I need 3 eggs. Okay. That I'll use. I'll put this where you can see what I'm doing. Oh, you still can't see what I'm doing. Let me go here. Time. Make sure. Alright, spin it backwards to release. And there we go. No sharp edges. Loving it. Okay. So now, let's get all of our dry ingredients together. Okay. So it calls for 2 cups sugar. This is a dry ingredient one. And I'm using Splenda because it is 1-to-1, which means 1 cup regular sugar equals 1 cup Splenda. Close this up. This real quick because I gotta use it for flour. Okay. I need a 3/4 cup. And that is this one. Alright. So we're going to do baking soda and baking powder and salt. Oops, sorry. 1 teaspoon. This is a 1/4. So we'll have to figure it out. I have some, when we moved, a lot of our cooking things disappeared. So we'll just have to do the best we can. So it says 1 teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. And then it says a teaspoon of cinnamon and nutmeg. I like a lot of cinnamon, so we're going to put a little bit of extra cinnamon in. I'm a cinnamon girl. I love my cinnamon. I love the way it makes everything taste. And 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. Okay, and 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. We are going to try the coconut flour. Alrighty. And I need to turn you guys a little bit more my way because I'm noticing you're still not being able to see what I'm doing. So, there we go. So let's get this. Aerate that. Now we're going to put 3/4 cup oil. And then we're going to do 1 egg at a time. And then I'm going to add my pumpkin. A 15-ounce can is 2 cups of pumpkin, and this is pumpkin puree. So 2 cups of pumpkin puree. Okay, this is looking kind of very thick. So I'm thinking because of the coconut flour, I may have to add some type of liquid. But first I need to clean up my mess because I really made a mess. Now the rest of this can and see if that makes a difference. Oops. I think my issue might be the eggs, because the eggs are small, so I might have to add another 3 eggs. Like I said, this is my first time trying to convert a recipe. I'm going to add a little bit of milk. Like I said, I'm trying to convert it to sugar-free. And you guys are just along for the ride to see how it turns out. Alright, now let's add some chocolate chip. I have some Hershey chocolate chips. This is a, how many ounces is this? 12-ounce bag. And that's going to go in. Let's push this down. Preheat my oven to 350. These are the loaf pans that I have. They're kind of small. So, I have some Baker's Joy. I'm going to spray them. I'm going to spray a couple on here. Yes. So, what do I do with my spoon? Oh, I put it in. Okay. Oven's preheating. As soon as it preheats. But in the meantime, I'm going to clean up my mess while my oven is preheating. If it's one thing I do not like, and that is a dirty kitchen. So, let's get to work. But I wanted to explain to you guys that, in fact, let me bring you a little closer. I wanted to explain to you guys that diabetes runs on both sides of my family. It runs on my mom's side, and God bless my dad who's in heaven. It's on his side of the family too. And my daughter's boyfriend just recently became a diabetic. And it runs on his mom's side of the family. We don't know about his father, we just know that it runs on his mom's side of the family. And that there have been family members that have had it. So I'm trying to, he has a major sweet tooth. So what I'm trying to do is make some diabetic sweets that he can eat that will be good for him as well as myself. Because I remember when I first became a diabetic, one of the things that was said to me was, here, take this. That was it. It was a pill. I am a type 2 diabetic, and so is he. So is Michael. And my daughter's boyfriend. And I did not have any nutrition classes, so it was basically fly by the seat of my pants kind of thing, and figure out what I can eat and what I can't eat, what I can have, you know, what I can have sweet-wise and what I can't. And it just got to the point where I started doing moderation. So because not everybody in my family is a diabetic. So, and when there were sweets or anything like that, if I wanted a specific sweet, I knew I had to compensate. But when I was on a pill, I didn't have to compensate. I just had to be careful how much I ate. Eventually, it got to the point where I was on a medication that completely stopped working. And I ended up in the hospital and found out that insulin works better for me. I'm still a type 2 diabetic. It's just that the pills do not work for me. And I'm not saying that you need to get on pills or you need to get on insulin or anything like that. But your body will tell you what works for you and what doesn't. So, all that being said, let's get the rest of this cleaned up. And then in an hour, we'll see what everything looks like. And then we'll start the next project. You'll probably see my grandkids floating around here somewhere. I have a 3-year-old, which is Alex, and I have 2 1-year-olds, Isabella and Renesmee. So they keep this house busy all the time. All right, let me clean out my sink. Now, we're going to go clean off. Please unplug your appliances before you clean anything. And now it's time to put our chocolate pumpkin chip bread in the oven. Oh, I forgot about that. I made a sugar-free version of, that's wet, so I don't want to use that. Somebody spilled something on my mirror in my stove, on my window. So I'll have to make sure I clean that up. Now when I clean that up, I use Easy Off, but I use the fume free. If anybody has ever used fume free, please let me know how you like it. I love it. I use it all the time. So, there you go. They're in the oven. And I will see you guys back in an hour, and you will see what the end result was. You have a good day. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm Stephanie, and this is Nana's Kitchen.